Hey guys, Bombarta from Bespin Custom Props and from the Royal Armoury and FX Sabres forums. This is one of the Romans Empire MK1 sabres from New Hope. Just finished doing this install. Customer had specifics for me. He liked the large size battery that I put into my Romans Inception sabres, the 18500 7.4 volt, and he wanted the same thing. He wasn't fussed about having a crystal chamber and wanted run time over show off. Basically challenged me to do it, so yeah, that's what he's got. The battery comes right up to the inside of here and down to about there, so it's got that much taken up with the battery inside there. And then you have 28mm bass speaker fitted in there, which is sitting there. And then it's got a crystal focus version 8, which was the only one that I could get hold of, which was my own crystal focus, just so you know, that I put in this one. It was the only one that I had, and it was going to go into one of my builds. And it's also got CX fitted underneath it, which was also going to go into the same build. So he's got quite lucky because there wasn't any available anywhere, and it just so happened that I had one which I'd been saving for my build, which is now on hold until I can get another crystal focus board. Then you've got the recharge port 2.1, which is at the end of it. Also put one of my no shine through blade plugs in it to mimic the hero prop or the master replica LE, so the light doesn't shine through when you turn the sabre on. You can access the recharge port without removing the pommel. I did a little bit of alteration and made it so that the end cap can be removed very easily, and the recharge socket is right there. So that's now powered up. Power it on. So the power button's at the rear, the auxiliary button is at the front.
Sound bank selection. Youngling.
Currently has the stock fonts on it. One other thing that it has got that I combined with the chassis that I designed for it. My chassis is in two pieces, so I managed to use the main handle battery holder from the Inception in the grenade section of this. It was a perfect fit for it. Then I modified one of my other chassis for another sabre that I'm working on, and it fit in this part here. And then I made a really basic chassis for the rear section here for the booster, for the board and the CX to sit in. It's very basic. The recharge port literally sits on the back of the board, and it's held in place with some hot glue, which I've used to protect the power and the speaker wires from, just in case there's any kind of damage if he takes the pommel off at any point, so that recharge port is actually insulated with heat shrink from the rest of the board, so it's not going to contact it and cause any fires or anything bad to go wrong with it. The other thing I used is the switch button from one of Goth3d's Solos Hold Luke sabres, the Luke V2 switch section. I used that to go with the chassis section that I designed, and basically that's about it. I think that I did in terms of what if I want. He did ask me to put a larger grub screw in for the blade holder, but the grub screw and the hole that's already there is so close to this edge here. I was worried about drilling into it, putting a larger one in there, because it's so close that I'm only going to be able to go up literally less than ½ mil in size on the grub screw, so it's just not worth it because it could damage this edge here if the drill touches against the side of it. So I decided to leave that. So yeah, I'll just grab a blade and fire it up. So the one thing to note, whenever you buy one of these sabres or the Inceptions, is whenever you put the blade in, if you've got a tight fitting blade and you need to turn it to slide it in and to pull it out, always turn it clockwise, because these parts are all threaded together. So if you turn it anti-clockwise because you've got a tight blade, you could unscrew any of these parts and then you could cause problems to your wiring in there. So always, if you have a tight blade, always turn it when you're pushing it in clockwise, and when you're pulling it out also turn it clockwise at the same time. So I'll just fire it up. So obviously it's got colour changing ability. Nice blue. I will get a swing right in a minute. Now, false effect.
Sound effect selection. Youngling. Audio player.
Nightfall.
Crystal focus.
Nebula.
Granny.
Live. Revolt. Revolt.
I haven't touched any of the sensitivity on the board, it's all in stock settings. The only thing I've adjusted is some of the colours on it. Should also be noted that the customer asked for a blue-blue-white LED, which is why you can't see any reds or greens coming in on the colour schemes. It's basically different mixes of blues and whites. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.